I'm Will Willis, co-founder of Bully Boy Distillers.
Dave Willis, brother of Will, co-founder of Bully Boy Distillers. Will and I like to say that the spiritual center of Bully Boy is about 60 miles west of Boston in a rural town called Sherburne. Both Will and I consider the farm to be a big part of who we are. We grew up working on the farm and we sort of took it for granted that you used your hands a lot.
It really, in my mind, started as kids. We made apple cider, a little 5-gallon cider press on our grandfather's farm. He had about 80 apple trees. We just fell in love with the idea of making our own thing. We discovered this sort of innocuous yet mysterious steel frame door in the fieldstone basement. Our grandfather, this was his illicit liquor room that he used to hold parties during Prohibition, and we know that he was holding these things because on the labels where everyone who was there that night would sign the bottle, there was this conceptual awakening, I guess. I think from a spiritual level helped inform some of our packaging decisions, some of the branding.
It made sense that when we located the distillery in Boston that we named it after the farm. The name Bully Boy comes from an old draft horse, a workhorse that was on the farm in the 1920s.
We were lucky that we got out of the gates really strong. We were the first distillery to set up shop in Boston. There was this sort of confluence of consumer trends that were really in our favor with this whole go local thing. This return to cocktail culture was really in our favor.
Will and I were driving around the state, selling the stuff out of the back of our cars, pounding the pavement in June, sweating bullets, walking around Boston, collecting checks. We'd come in the morning, we'd have 40 messages from restaurants looking for product, and there was only 2 of us.
And we just quickly realized that we were, in essence, losing money because by the time you burned up all the gas and then everything else that went along with it, you were barely making your money back on the booze.
So Will and I came to the conclusion that we had to go with a distributor. It was necessary to grow.
We met with Will and Dave very early on because a cousin of theirs was a restaurateur and really put us together. And we started discussing the industry, distributors, what we do. Very quickly we learned kind of the best practices of craft brands and how you go to market, what the retailers, restaurateurs are expecting from you representing a craft brand, which can be very different.
Horizon had just started this thing called Origins, which at the time was pretty cutting edge. It was the only craft portfolio in Massachusetts. And so what we wanted was to find a way to move as seamlessly as possible from self-distribution to a distributor. So get that logistical network that the distributor brings to the table, but also kind of maintain that small craft ethos. And Horizon offered that up.
They were one of our first local craft distillers, so we were learning from them as much as they were learning from us probably. On how involved we want our sales force to be. Are they going to come here? Are they going to taste? Are they going to see what's going on? Because they're local, we could do that. We could really touch and feel the product, which was exciting.
Wholesalers, candidly, amongst the sort of small producers, it's a little bit of a dirty word. There's a fear there that you're going to get buried at the bottom of the book. We had a few months, 4, 5, 6 months under our belt with Horizon. It became pretty clear that it was going to be a mutual relationship. It wasn't going to be just a one-way street with us footing all the work. We have not looked back since. It's been critical to our success.
The decision to go with a distributor was not a philosophical one. It was rooted in dollars and cents. Who is going to allow us to scale? Who is going to allow us to capture that time that we needed to get things done? The good distributor relationships, that's what they bring to the table. It doesn't mean that we can all of a sudden stop selling. It doesn't mean that we're no longer the face of the brand. We're the ones that build the brand, but the distributor is there to hold your hand and help make that happen on a fundamental logistical level.
The one thing we can't replicate is Dave and his brother. I mean, they are the face of the brand, so the more they're out in front of it, the better it is. So that's what we said from the get-go. Make it and be out promoting it. Let us deal with the logistics. I'm Sam Rubenstein, a 4th-generation New England wholesaler. This is only one of our success stories. We do this for brands of all sizes and types. Like other wholesalers across the country, it's a story we're proud to tell and a system we're proud to be part of. We are the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America.